I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking that I'm going to give you a bunch of quick and easy tips that probably don't work. Let's be honest, doing things like drinking detox drinks, taking cold showers, swallowing magical fat burning pills, eating from smaller plates, or simply walking more and using the stairs rather than the elevator, it can all help. And by help, I mean it can assist in the weight loss process. But you know, and I know, that all these simple little tricks will never come close to replacing diet and exercise. Maybe at the most, if you combine all of them, you'll burn 50 to 100 extra calories per day. And that's really not going to help you lose very much weight at all. So in today's video, I really am here to help those of you that feel lazy and just can't seem to stick to a solid weight loss plan. And if you are truly looking to lose weight, you have to understand that it all starts with your mental disposition. Because whether you're lazy or not doesn't change the fact that you will have to put in the work to lose the weight. You can click on another video that'll tell you otherwise, but you know and I know that there will be work involved. So the question really comes down to what's going to get you to do the work consistently without quitting and without cheating. And like I said, over 90% of the battle is in your mind. So right now, I want to go over 5 ways that are going to get you mentally prepared to do the work even if you're the laziest person on planet Earth. Let's start with the first way, and that's responsibility. You have to take responsibility for the way your body looks and the way your body feels. Nobody will take responsibility for you. It's not up to your doctor, it's not up to your family or friends, it's not even up to your personal trainer to ensure that you get into shape. It's solely up to you. Nobody can make the decision for you. Your body's present state today is a collection of the decisions that you've made over the course of the last couple days, weeks, months, and years. Which means if you want to change it permanently, you have to also change the decisions that you're making on a daily basis. But before you can feel power over the decisions that you're making, you have to first take full responsibility for your own body. Taking responsibility doesn't mean that everything has to be your fault. It's obviously not your fault if you were born with a thyroid condition, or if you are naturally not athletic, or if you have asthma. None of these are any more your fault than someone that's born short rather than tall. However, you should take the responsibility to work on yourself from where you are right now. Not everyone is dealt the same hand in life. Some people have easier starting points than others, but wherever you are, it is solely your responsibility to take it in whatever direction you choose. You don't get up every day and brush your teeth because it's fun. You do it because it's necessary for your teeth to not fall out. Well, it's necessary for you to be physically active, not for just parts of your life to quickly get into shape, but for your whole life. It's necessary for you not to overindulge in processed food. You have a physical body because you were meant to be physically active, and it's your responsibility to stay physically active your whole life. Not to do a workout program for a couple weeks and then stop for a couple months and then start again to lose the weight and then stop again and gain it all back. Because every time you stop, no matter what reason you come up with, you are refusing to take responsibility. And then you fall down this slippery slope and make it harder and harder to take that responsibility. Having this kind of mental disposition gives you control, which is actually my second tip. You are in control. To be in control of your body means that you have a choice. In order for you to have a choice, you have to align yourself with the nurture perspective over the nature perspective. To put it simply, with the nature perspective, the spotlight is on genetics, and there's no denying that genetics exist, but with nature, you're usually giving your genetics way more credit and more control than yourself and your actions. With nurture, yes, of course, genes will influence certain traits, but your environment plays a much larger role. It's so important to align with the right belief system because a person's thoughts and actions are highly influenced by their beliefs. The people that believe that everything is up to nature express statements like, "I'm not athletic," and "obesity runs in my family." These statements take the control over your own body out of your hands and give that control over to natural forces that are outside of your control. With a really strong nature philosophy on life, you believe that some people won the genetic lottery while others did not. People that adopt more of a nurture philosophy will say things like, "I'm not naturally athletic now, but if I work on it consistently, I could become much more athletic. Most of my family is obese, but I don't have to be because I could reinforce different habits than what they did." Clearly, this kind of mindset puts a lot of control back in your hands, regardless of the cards that nature has dealt you. If you truly believe that you're destined to be obese because of poor genes, how will you possibly give 100% of your effort to working out and dieting? You'll start the diet or the exercise program and already believe it's not going to work for you. So you won't even put in the level of effort necessary to actually make a change. No external factor like your job, your kids, your busy schedule, or even your genetics can take away from your ability to make a choice on a daily basis. Those little choices will ultimately influence what your body looks and feels like. Let's move on to the third tip, which is discipline. Every time you say, screw this workout, I'm not going to do it today because I'm tired or lazy, it makes it that much easier to say no again in the future. Likewise, every time you force yourself to do a workout when you don't feel like it, it makes it easier the next time. Your motivation snowballs and is very much under the influence of momentum. When you start feeling the burn and you quit because it hurts, you're telling your brain that it's okay to give up the next time that it starts hurting. On the other hand, if you stay disciplined and push yourself through that pain, you're wiring your brain to will your way through future obstacles. This bleeds out into all other areas of your life. If you allow yourself to take the easy way out with your body, why wouldn't you allow yourself to take the easy way out with education, with your career, or in a relationship? Your choices are powerful, and the choices you make today influence how you will make choices tomorrow. So it's very important that you take every opportunity you can to create forward momentum. This is actually exactly why someone that constantly works out for years finds that it's almost effortless to make it to their next workout, whereas someone that hasn't worked out for a few months or even years finds it very difficult to start back up again. If you want to lose weight and keep it off, stay disciplined enough to keep the momentum moving forward. Next, we have tip number 4, which is to dismantle limiting beliefs. Take a piece of paper out and write down all your beliefs that take power and control out of your hands. I'm predisposed to obesity. I'm not athletic. I have a weak upper body, and whatever else comes to your mind. Then write down the consequences for having each of those beliefs. Every single one of them. Write this out. And the last step is to dispute it with a more objective and empowering belief. A full example would be to start with a limiting belief. For example, one would be, I have bad genetics and will always be fat. The consequence of accepting such a belief is that I will feel completely powerless with that belief because there's nothing I can do that'll help. And this could make me live out the rest of my life unhealthy and unhappy with my body. Then the objective truth is that anyone can get in shape. There are people way worse off than me who have made incredible transformations, so there's no excuse. By the way, guys, if you're struggling with finding an objective truth that could prove to you that your limiting belief is wrong, just look for an example of someone else that has started in a worse place than where you are right now, but turned it around anyway. Let's move on to the last and the final tip, and this is to find ways to keep you consistent, even when you really don't feel like it. The best way to do this is by introducing penalties for not doing what you're supposed to do. It turns out that the human brain is wired to work harder to avoid losing what it already has rather than to gain something new. So to take advantage of your own psychology, you can give a close friend or family member $100 and tell them that every time that you don't go to the gym when you were scheduled to go, they can take away $10. Or you can set a goal of losing, let's say, 20 pounds within the next 2 months. And if you do, they have to give you your money back. But if you don't, they get to keep it. Another thing you could do is buy some expensive clothes that you currently can't fit into and keep it in front of your mirror. When you have skin in the game like this, you're a lot more likely to consistently take action to get to your goal. And that's exactly what we did with our 6-week challenge. As long as you don't cheat and you don't quit for 6 weeks, you'll get a customized diet plan, a 42-day workout plan, and an accountability coach for free. On average, my clients are losing either 20 pounds or 5% body fat in just 6 weeks, and it's because we tackle these very real psychological issues that block people from successfully completing other weight loss plans. If you're serious about making a transformation and you want a done-for-you program that you could have for free just by actually sticking to the plan, click the link somewhere around here. Or you could just visit my website directly at gravitytransformation.com. Remember to subscribe to see more free content just like this, and I'll see you guys next time.
Pump it.